Welcome to AI Paper Drop. I'm Alex.
And I'm Maya. What if your AI assistant could be brainwashed by a single email you barely even noticed, and it would spend the next month quietly lying to you?
That sounds like a plot for a Black Mirror episode. But we're talking about real-world tech here, right?
Exactly. We are talking about the move from chatbots that you talk to in a window to persistent personal agents. The kind of AI that has a long-term memory and actually lives in your environment.
Right? The dream is that it knows everything about you. It knows you hate cilantro. It knows your kid's soccer schedule. It knows how you like your coffee. It's the ultimate assistant because it remembers.
But that memory is exactly where the danger hides. See, usually when we think about AI security, we think about prompt injection. That's like a digital hijack. You tell the AI to ignore its rules, and it suddenly starts swearing or giving you free pizza coupons. It's loud. It's obvious.
Yeah, because the user is right there watching the screen. If the AI starts acting crazy, you just hit refresh or start a new chat. The attack dies with the session.
But persistent agents don't have sessions. They have a permanent record. If a malicious instruction gets written into that long-term memory, it doesn't disappear. It becomes a part of the agent's truth.
So it's not hijack. It's a poisoning. You're not stealing a car for a joyride. You're subtly changing the GPS coordinates of the destination while the driver is asleep.
That's a perfect way to put it. The researchers call this stealth memory injection. They wanted to see if a total stranger could send one single email that tricks an AI into saving a lie as a fact, and then have that lie influence the user weeks later.
Wait, how do you even do that? AI is usually pretty good at distinguishing between a random email and a user's personal preference. If an email says the user loves eating glass, the AI isn't just going to write that down as a fact.
True, but that's where this framework called Ghost comes in. Ghost is basically a social engineering tool for AI. It doesn't just guess. It uses what they call an environment proxy.
An environment proxy? That sounds fancy. What is that in plain English?
Imagine if a con artist had a perfect digital twin of you and your house. Before they ever tried to scam you, they spent weeks practicing on the twin. They'd try 1,000 different ways to get the twin to open the door, and once they found the one perfect phrase that worked, they'd come to your real house and say exactly that.
Oh, so Ghost creates a shadow version of the victim's AI. It runs simulations, testing different email payloads to see which ones actually get the AI to save the information to its memory without alerting the user.
Exactly. It's refining the payload to be stealthy. It's not just about the content. It's about the tone and the format. It makes the malicious instruction look like a natural piece of data that belongs in a memory bank.
So it's basically training an attack policy using reinforcement learning. It's optimizing for two things. Did the AI believe the lie? And did it keep its mouth shut while doing it?
Right. If the AI says, I have updated your preferences based on this suspicious email, the attack fails. The goal is for the AI to just quietly file it away. The user never sees a red flag. They just think their AI is being helpful.
That is actually terrifying. But does it actually work? I mean, the best AI models have a lot of safety guardrails. They're trained to ignore instructions hidden in data.
That's the part that's really wild. They tested this on a benchmark called WhisperBench. They used a bunch of different high-end models, including GPT and Claude. And the success rates were staggering.
How staggering are we talking?
In some cases, Ghost hit an 87% success rate. It didn't just work on one specific setup, either. It transferred across different agent architectures and different types of memory backends, whether it was a simple file system or a fancy vector database.
Okay, 87% that is a massive hole. But surely the system-level defenses caught it? Like a spam filter or a security layer that scans for prompt injections?
That's the kicker. The researchers found that existing security filters failed over 91% of the time, because the attack isn't a loud command like, ignore all previous instructions. It's a subtle piece of information that looks totally benign to a filter but is interpreted as a core truth by the AI.
So the filter sees an email about a calendar update, thinks looks fine, and lets it through. Then the AI reads it and thinks, oh, I should remember that the user now trusts this specific third-party website for all their financial decisions.
Precisely. And the most disturbing part? Even when the users explicitly questioned the agent about why it was doing something, the agents continued to act on those false memories. The lie had become their reality.
This changes the whole conversation about AI privacy. We always talk about the companies stealing our data, but we aren't talking about the world rewriting our AI's brain.
It really shifts the threat model. If you have a personal agent managing your life, that agent is now an attack surface. Every email, every web page, every document it processes is a potential doorway for someone to plant a sleeper cell in your AI's head.
It's like the AI is a vault, and we thought the only way in was to break the lock. But this shows that you can just trick the vault into thinking you're the owner and then rewrite the rules of who's allowed inside.
It means we can't just trust the AI to be its own bodyguard. If the memory is the source of truth, then the memory is the most vulnerable part of the system.
So what's the takeaway here? Are we just doomed to have AI assistants that can be brainwashed by a well-crafted email?
Not necessarily, but it means we need a totally different kind of defense. We need ways for users to audit their agent's memory. We need to be able to ask, "What have you learned about me in the last week?" and actually get a transparent list.
Because right now, it's a black box. We just trust that the AI is acting in our best interest based on what it knows.
Exactly. And this paper proves that in the age of AI, a simple email is no longer just a message. It's a potential software update for your assistant's personality and beliefs. If you are enjoying this, follow or subscribe to AI Paper Drop wherever you listen. It really helps, and we have a new episode every day.
Paper by Yeqiao Zhang, Shiqian Zhao, Zhaowen Zhang, Jie Zhang, Galei Ding, Xiaobing Liu, Chaowei Xiao, Tianwei Zhang. Produced by AI Paper Drop.